Rick, I know that Saturday was obviously just a different kind of game for Fulke, and it's just one of those things that happens. But I think over the past maybe 3 weeks, he's averaging something like 6 points a game. Is his current level of performance, is there a concern there, or is it just kind of a blip?
Well, I think you're always concerned about players when you know that they're not playing as well as they want to play, as well as we want them to play. But uh, I don't. I just think that John's been around long enough, and I've seen guys go through it, and I think he's had a lot on him in terms of teams preparing for him and him realizing that I mean, he's in a totally different role than he was even last year at the end of the year when he was playing terrific basketball, and he's. I go back. We wouldn't have won the game against Colorado without him. I go back where he had not practiced all the way up till that game, and but some of it too is your team continues to develop. I like to think that we're going to be able to, and he can feel that we can take pressure off of him where everything's not on his shoulder. Maybe with preseason, hype that everybody thinks this, that, or whatever, you still got to perform. But I do know he cares as much as any player that we've ever coached. And I think that he's going to, and we still need him desperately to play the way that we know he's capable of. But again, I've seen players through the years go through it, but we've still got basketball left to play, and I just believe that he's going to get it back.
Do you think he's past that point of maybe being a guy who will ease back into being comfortable as a role player? I know that's been an issue at times in his career. Is there a concern that he could kind of fall back on that habit?
No, I think he's as unselfish as any person I've ever been around. I mean, he will do whatever he feels is right for the team. I don't think he's got a problem with whatever role what's going on in the game. And again, we went into the last game planning on doing he was a part of what we were trying to do, just like he and Eve would be. But their roles, again, I would tell you, we talked to both of those guys, just like the other guys. It starts on the defensive end, and that we expect those guys to carry that end of it. And then we've got something in our offense where we can we'd like to think, put every player, and again, by name, you go down the line where we feel that we know where they're most effective. And depending on how the game's flowing, we're going to put those guys and try to get our guys to understand this is what we've got to do right now and get this done. But Fulke he understands it. He knows at times that when we need to go through him, he knows other times that we're not going to go through him. But he'll again, he's so unselfish. He'll do whatever we ask him to do.